Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the April love reading for Capricorn. And before we do that, let me just remind everyone that I will be giving away the Beautiful Creatures Tarot deck this month on my channel. And all you have to do to be eligible to win this is to be subscribed to my channel. And just leave me a comment letting me know that you are interested. All right, guys. So that's it. This is April love outlook for Capricorn. So we're gonna pull cards from 3 different decks, but I'm gonna pull a full Celtic spread for you guys. I hope everything is all right with the sound. Let's get right into it. It's gonna be a general outlook for you for April. I know we're already halfway through the month, so it'll be a little bit of it's certainly a full month outlook, but if you're resonating with it, you'll already see signs of the message having come through. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I've already been shuffling off camera for quite some time, my lovely Capricorn. Let's get into it. Straight out, we have Knight of Wands, covered by the sun. Beautiful. 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords. You've been worrying quite a lot, haven't you? 2 of Cups coming out towards the end of the month. You have more Pentacles energy, a lot of money coming in this month, a lot of work, and definitely impacting your love life. 5 of Cups, King of Pentacles, and you round your month off with an Ace of Pentacles. How beautiful is that? Wow. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. All right, so talking about going after your goals, your dreams, your ambitions. This is a nice read. Definitely having come out of a period of struggling, right? Sadness. There's definitely been some sadness here in your life, Capricorn, with regard to your love life. Certainly there's been a betrayal. You have 3 of Swords there. And I think you worry about it a little bit because you come back to it here with the 5 of Cups. But the good thing here is certainly abundance is coming in for you this month, and certainly money has had some impact on your love life. Let's get right into it, Capricorn. Center of the reading, main energy of Knight of Wands, covered by the sun. So you're definitely coming out of a period of darkness, I want to say. You see how dark that is, that 9 of Swords, but that sun is coming out for you this month, Capricorn. A lot of clarity is coming in for you, obviously, with the sun. But the sun also brings with it growth, right? It brings with it the necessities for growth, right? What do we need for growth? We need fertile land, we need sunshine, we need all of that stuff in order for things to be able to grow properly. And so that energy is coming in for you this month, certainly. And also that clarity. The sun brings the kind of clarity that puts our mind at ease. We always throw these words around, clarity and understanding. What does it really mean? The sun brings kind of that light that shines on everything, right? And so you see things in their full sort of state. You see the fullness of things. And this is what we mean by the clarity of the sun. It shows you the fullness of something as compared to, for instance, if you would see it under the moonlight where there are shadows and hidden sides. So something is laid completely bare for you this month in your love life. And your center energy is Knight of Wands. So you have a lot of passion this month to move forward. I think you're coming out of a difficult period. This is certainly a Capricorn. It's come out of a period of mourning and distress with that 9 of Swords. But this month you have a passion, right? Your passion is kind of like redoubled, right? You have a kind of sense of purpose, I want to say, this month in the area of your love life. There's a positivity coming in. It almost feels to me like you've gone through the worst of something, right? And you are very inspired this month, right? And certainly inspired with regard to a love connection or making a happier love connection. I want to get into this Nine of Swords before I talk about the Five of Pentacles, because it's really calling to me. You're certainly coming into this month. This last month was a period of worry for some of you, right? A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of regret, a lot of worrying, a lot of thinking about, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Um, Nine of Swords is a very kind of difficult energy. It's a lot of anxiety. It naturally has Hermit energy with it because, of course, it's a nine card. So you've had to face quite a difficult time alone, I think. You've been alone with a lot of your thoughts and on your own thinking about this particular issue, right? And Nine of Swords, generally, you worry, right? You worry. And it is worry. Sometimes it can be worry about things in the past coming back to haunt you. There's always this feeling, a little bit of regret with the Nine of Swords. In any case, this is the energy that you've brought into the month, right? But you come out of the month with a nice balance of cups. Two of Cups here with a nice balance of coming together, a union, a joining together with somebody. And I almost feel like this Nine of Swords here is a lot more anxiety than it is sort of any sort of representation of what's really going on. I think you've just worried yourself so much this last month. Now let's get into your Five of Pentacles and your Three of Swords. So definitely this month, you are rebuilding, right? You're rebuilding from a betrayal. Okay, so some of you had a betrayal in these last couple months, and it's a Three of Swords energy. But, it's interesting because I'm not necessarily sure that this Three of Swords was associated with a love connection per se. This could have been a betrayal from a friend even. The Three of Swords is any kind of really betrayal. And there's a large scope. It's not only just cheating or third-party energy. But this is in the back of your mind. And then your focus is Five of Pentacles. And five being the number of power struggle. With the Five of Pentacles, we find a situation where there was a power struggle, Capricorn, with you and someone else. And with Five of Pentacles, generally what happens is that power struggle, that power dynamic finally falls apart. There's finally a divide that happens. And essentially, you're the one who's kind of turned out into the cold, having to rebuild. Five of Pentacles can sometimes be that feeling of hitting rock bottom again. It can be for various different reasons. Sometimes Five of Pentacles will come out if you've gone through a divorce or a separation that has really severely impacted your finances as well. So not only are you going through this split in energy from somebody, in a union or a connection from somebody, but now you're also having to pay sort of a financial price for it. In any case, this Five of Pentacles, this month, some of you Capricorns are rebuilding yourselves after having been betrayed. And in the back of your mind is the betrayal, the Three of Swords. Now, Three of Swords three is the number for bonding and loyalty in tarot. And the horrible thing with Three of Swords and why it is so painful is that it's a betrayal that has happened after you've already bonded with someone, right? So it's kind of, what really hurts. And of course, third-party energy and cheating is a very gross kind of example of that. And of course, that happens. But Three of Swords can be any kind of betrayal. It's just the main essence of it is that there was trust there. There was loyalty there. There was a bond, right? And someone broke that bond. And that's really the essence of the pain from the Three of Swords. And I feel kind of like Capricorn, some of you have gone through this, right? This Five of Pentacles and Three of Swords certainly is hand in hand. And this month is the month that you're rebuilding through it. Could even be a business partner or a friend that you were in business with, someone that you trusted, right? Someone you trusted, someone you had a bond with, and in some way they betrayed you and caused this Five of Pentacles. Now, this is coming into your love reading because this energy is, of course, affecting your outlook on love. And I think it could certainly be that to a certain degree, it may have, I don't know if this betrayal came from a lover or a friend. It doesn't necessarily feel like a lover, but it feels like it's impacted your self-esteem. It feels like it's impacted your self-confidence when it comes to a lover. When it comes to a union, there is in fact a union that is on your mind, right? I do believe that because it's here, the Two of Cups and the Nine of Swords. But this event has come in and it almost feels like it's shaking you. You know, it's shaking you a little bit, shaking your confidence a little bit. And naturally, that has had a knock on effect on your confidence in love. Now, this could also have been with a lover, right? But this is the month kind of where you're dealing with it, and it just doesn't feel to me like this union that you come into by the end of the month with the Two of Cups is the same union here where you had the betrayal. It could be for some of you, but intuitively for me, as I'm feeling the cards, it doesn't feel like that. It feels very much like this Three of Swords energy was a separate sort of event, you know, but the energy of it and the pain of it is impacting your union. Now, again, though, your attitude this month is still very, very positive. It's interesting to me because it's almost as if yes, this is difficult for you, but it's like your attitude this month is you're going to get through it. Knight of Wands. The sun is with you. So you have a lot of confidence. Maybe last month the confidence was where you were, you had a lot of anxiety. This month you come in strong. And your attitude towards it all is a Three of Pentacles. So you're working at it. Right now, your attitude toward everything is work. Work, 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 work. And I think this generally happens a lot with my readings for Capricorn because Capricorn, there's always pentacle energy and work energy and business energy involved with your love readings. And I want to say that because this is who you are inherently. This is the energy of Capricorn. And you may not even be a Capricorn sun, right? You may only have Capricorn in a certain area of your chart, but you can feel this energy. That Capricorn energy still is there, right? And so this is the thing with Capricorns. You feel your best when you're working. Three of Pentacles. You feel your best when you're engaged, when you're making money, when you're doing your craft, when you're working your work or what have you. This is when you feel your best. And so this month, because you're coming out of a Five of Pentacles, everything is about you rebuilding. And this is your attitude this month towards everything. And I almost feel like it's your attitude toward love as well. It's like you have, despite this Three of Swords, which is in the back of your mind, you have this real positive attitude this month towards a connection, it feels like to me, right? Three of Pentacles. The energy that comes back to meet you is King of Pentacles energy. So you're putting all your effort into your work this month. You're putting effort in, you're connecting with people. And what comes back to you is the strong sense of financial authority and stability with the King of Pentacles. Some of you are going to actually have, this is going to be an individual who comes into you. For some of you, someone who is very successful, someone who you know during the course of your work, but they probably have a certain sense of authority in that field, etc. This could be a new love connection for some of you. And this King of Pentacles could be the object of this Two of Cups connection. So for some of you, you are healing from a past betrayal, whether this was with a lover or a close friend or a business partner, like I said. In either case, it had a financial effect on you. And you're still sort of, I'm going to say you're still kind of not reeling from that, but you're still in the aftermath, right? You're still dealing with the consequences of that consciously and subconsciously. Nevertheless, it does feel to me like during the course of your work this month, this King of Pentacles is coming in for you. And it feels like in some way this is connected here, right? This King of Pentacles somehow is the connection here. I think you worry about it though, Five of Cups. You worry that it's going to be the same as it was before. I think you worry about being hurt the way you were hurt before because Five of Cups being another, you have another, a lot of fives here, a lot of power struggle, but Five of Cups is generally an internal power struggle. It's when we've had a traumatic experience in the past in a relationship or a connection and it ended, it ended badly and we have regret, right? It's similar to Nine of Swords energy, but here it's very, that emotional pain, right? But it's also the inability to sort of lift your head and look forward to the future, right? You see the Two Cups there, and that's sort of symbolic of the fact that just because you had a bad relationship in the past that really was painful doesn't mean that they're all going to be like that. And you have to really, that internal power struggle of wallowing in the past or having the strength to look toward the future right? That's an internal struggle that we all have. Because looking toward the future, frankly, is scarier than dealing with the pain of the past because the future is unknown. And a lot of times it is more frightening to sort of have hope in the future because you fear, well, what's the future pain going to be, right? Nevertheless, you fear this. However, it's just a fear, Capricorn. It's just a fear. I think it's going to turn out very well. And this King of Pentacles energy, it's interesting. It's like all of this King of Pentacles is coming into you just at the perfect time when you're rebuilding anyway. Don't worry about the five. Don't worry about the past relationship. The Five of Cups is there to remind you that there is no need to assume that this relationship will be the same as the previous one. There is no indication. There is no need. You know what I mean? It is simply requires you to lift your head and simply look forward. That's all the Five of Cups is about. It really is all about you. Either you decide to stay in the past or you decide to look forward. And there's no, there's every indication that this relationship here could be really, really beautiful coming in for you. Chariot at the bottom and Ace of Pentacles. If anything, this connection will definitely be a huge abundance booster, right? Because this person coming in is the King of Pentacles. And just at a time when you've gone through something quite difficult with that Five of Pentacles, having to rebuild, it's beautiful. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily this is definitely not a gold digger situation or anything like that. This is simply someone coming in for you. You're a hard worker anyway. There's definitely a connection there. And I do feel for some of you that this person is definitely going to be through your work activity, your career activity. In some way, shape, or form, this King of Pentacles is going to make himself known or herself known to you. It's not about gender. It's about energy. And, I think by the end of the month, like I said, we're halfway through the month. So for some of you, if you're resonating with this, you will have already seen signs of it. But by the end of the month, you two come together. And it is really the beginning of a new journey in your life. Let's see your clarifiers. The Fool, new journey. Starting a new journey, but you started at the bottom because you came out of a difficult situation. That's okay. Sometimes we have to start at the bottom. Queen of Cups, there's your sensitivity. Somebody really hurt your feelings. Ten of Wands, and there's the end of the struggling and the Wheel of Fortune. And this is your good luck. This is your person coming in with all of that beautiful good luck. We have at the bottom here, we have the Empress. Well, you deserve it, Capricorn, Empress energy. You deserve it. The Empress is all about self-love, and this is what I'm saying. I think that this Empress is one of the reasons why you are mastering almost the law of attraction this month, because you have this self-love coming in with the Knight of Wands at the heart of your reading, Capricorn. You're saying, you know what, I'm going to go forward. I'm going to go forward with my life. You're feeling much more passionate. You're practicing a lot more self-love, right? Not saying that you weren't practicing it before, but you were clearly in a difficult space. This last month or the month before that, there you go. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom, money. Ten of Wands, right? Has come out to clarify that Nine of Swords. So this is the anxiety. Having gone through that last bit of pressure, the pressure these last few months has been overwhelming for you. I think whatever area that is, for some of you, you may have carried a particular burden. I would almost say, I almost feel like this was a blessing in disguise. And this is one of the reasons why you're resonating so strongly with that Knight of Wands. I think for a lot of you, although you were betrayed and the betrayal hurt, right? And it knocked you down. It feels to me like it was a blessing in disguise because it allowed you to become free from a certain burden that you've been carrying. Some of you may have wanted it secretly to fall apart, or you may have felt trapped in this dynamic here, this, whatever this dynamic is. I still feel like it was work involved. But in any case, something about this whole thing allowed you to break free. You have a Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is like the straw that broke the camel's back energy, right? You've been carrying the burden, carrying the baggage. And then finally, there's this last event that just, ticks you over the edge and you lay it all down. right? Finally at a place where you're like, you know what? I lay it all down, all the baggage. It's enough. I realize I don't have to carry it anymore. And a lot of times that can happen when we have that final event, that straw that broke the camel's back, and then you're free. And there was a lot of worry and anxiety there, but freedom came. And I think you feel that. It's strange. I feel it here with that Fool. You have the Fool coming out to clarify your Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it was a rock bottom hit, but it almost feels like, well, guess what? Now I hit the ground. The world is my oyster. I can start all over again. Sometimes that is a wonderful feeling. When you look at it from that point of view, right? Of course, it's difficult to rebuild. But when we look at trying to rebuild the past, that's what's difficult. A lot of times when we hit rock bottom, we go through a situation like this, kind of a divide. What makes it so difficult and so daunting is that we automatically are thinking, how am I ever going to get back to where I was? Well, that's always going to be daunting because you can't really rebuild the past. It's just not possible. You can't remake all of the situations that led up to the past. When you change your thinking into, well, this is an opportunity for me to make a brand new future, which is the energy of the Fool. Now your passion comes back in. And what was a difficult situation, a traumatic situation of survival and rebuilding, suddenly now, in a lot of ways, yes, of course, it's still difficult, but it becomes suddenly a different outlook, a different path. And that's clarified with the Fool. Queen of Cups has come in over that Three of Swords, and I think you were almost like, it feels to me like you were a real mother figure, perhaps, or you were the one who was really the one who was giving in this situation where the Three of Swords event happened, this betrayal. It really hurt you very deeply. And being Capricorn energy, for you to have resonated with this Queen of Cups like that, I think it was very difficult for you because you're generally Capricorn, not that, I'm not saying you're not sensitive, but you're the goat. You're the Capricorn, right? Of course you're sensitive, but you're not Queen of Cups sensitive. And I think that this was really painful because you were very vulnerable. I think you may have shown a side of yourself to this individual or to this connection that is not something you normally do. So you were really rubbed raw by this betrayal, right? It really went to the core with this Queen of Cups coming out to reclarify that. But the one thing about the Queen of Cups is that she is one of the most emotionally healthy queens in the deck. And she can bounce back from this kind of betrayal. She can certainly bounce back from it. So it's quite interesting that she will come out again. So now let's get on with this Two of Cups. What do we have here? The Wheel of Fortune. I want to say by the end of the month, it does feel like a Wheel of Fortune. Again, I feel for a lot of you, this individual coming into you through your work, seeing you rebuild, probably feeling your energy, 3, 3, 5, 5s. We have 5s and 3s everywhere. So through the struggle, the power struggle, you find a bond. 3 being the number for bonding, loyalty, and virtue. 5 being the number for a power struggle in the tarot. So through the power struggle, you have a very unexpected bond that you have here with this King of Pentacles coming in. Could even be, you guys may even be starting off as workmates and really have no idea that there are feelings there. But it all kind of comes about in a very fated, destined way because, of course, the Wheel of Fortune is turning for you. So for some of you, it's going to feel like, wow, this is just, I can't believe this has worked out like this. We found each other, and, we work together, or we've, you know what I mean? It's going to feel kismet is the word that comes to mind. It's going to feel like kismet in a lot of ways. You worry about it being awful and being the same as what you've been through before, but please don't worry about that. Continue to practice your self-love with the Empress because she's the one who brings in this love for you. And this is a whole new adventure, by the way. Chariot and Ace of Pentacles. So Capricorn, for some of you, you are starting a whole new adventure with your King of Pentacles. And of course, the King of Pentacles is absolutely compatible with you. We are talking about fire of earth here. right? You yourself will be resonating with King of Pentacles or Queen of Pentacles energy, depending on your, depending on who you specifically are. Nevertheless, this is a perfect match for you. And I want to say for some of you, this is absolutely going to be a case of a power couple coming together, because Ace of Pentacles is how you round off. So not only is it a nice match, but it's a power couple match. The future certainly is unknown. We do have the Chariot, which promises adventure. But we have a very equal and balanced coming together, and I think it feels good for you. Let's see what kind of spirits we have impacting this. Spirit of the Sun. All right, now look at that. Spirit of the Sun. Sun is covering you this month, and even the spirits are here for you. All right, energy, vitality, resurrection. Spirit of possession. Woo, sexual obsession. Might start off like that, y'all, And Spirit of Skulls, depression, illness, and melancholy. So there has been depression, and melancholy, right? This is the energy you came into the month with, right? But the Spirit of the Sun dispels all of that. I want to say the Spirit of the Sun dispels all of that, and try not to be too melancholy. Spirit of the Skulls is reminding me of that Five of Cups energy here, right? Try not to be too melancholy. Try not to worry too much about whether or not this is going to work out or if it's going to be awful, Try not to. I feel like this is coming in for you because it almost feels like this is too good to be true in a way, right? Enjoy it. Please enjoy it. Spirit of the Sun is coming in, and Spirit of possession. So sexual obsession. Definitely there's a sexual chemistry here. And so for some of you, watch out for that also, because you don't want it to be obsessive, but it could be through the sexual chemistry that you guys find each other. It's quite interesting. I'd be curious about that. Any of you are experiencing that, sound off below in the comment section. And of course, the beautiful Spirit of the Sun. So this month, growth, vitality coming together, clarity coming in, happiness. I think you feel truly happy this month towards the end of the month as you make this connection. The beginning of the month, of course, you come in with this energy, but it isn't too bad, right? I don't want to cover up the Knight of Wands. And your Knight of Wands energy is also very, very, very strong. Your passion is strong this month, Capricorn. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Some of you are rounding off the month with a really nice love connection with the perfect kind of person who really accentuates who you are. And this is just in time after you were coming out of quite a difficult betrayal and a rebuilding of yourself in your life. But it feels very, very nice indeed. Keep up that Empress energy and realize that right now you are starting a new adventure, and it's really all down to you how you start off, right? The Fool is there, the Chariot is there. Together, the Fool and the Chariot promise, you know what I mean? The world is literally your oyster, and you can follow, your ambition to wherever it takes you. And certainly in this love here, there's a lot of room here for a lot of good stuff. And again, some of you are coming together as a power couple. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to be in the drawing for the giveaway, the Beautiful Creatures Tarot Deck and Guidebook giveaway this month on my channel. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and share anyway. And don't forget to check back at the end of the month to see if you are the winner. And that's it. I'm going to call this your April Love Outlook, Capricorn. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you're new to my channel and you enjoy it, please come back. Check it out again. If you're a regular, thank you so, so much for your support. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to go ahead and take a little break. And I will be back with the Aquarius April Love Outlook. All right, guys. See you later. Stay safe, stay healthy, and most of all, stay kind to each other. Peace and blessings always. Bye-bye, guys.